What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Rob's Gaming Table. Today on the table we have another Game of Thrones, a card game, 2nd edition tournament video for you, brought to you by these awesome backers from patreon.com/Rob's Gaming Table. In this match we have Brett playing Night's Watch, Banner of the Line, against Garret playing a Lannister, Lord of the Crossing. Garrett's on the left with this Lanny deck, Brett's on the right with his Night's Watch deck. And looks like for setup here, we have one of the Freys, a Red Cloaks, and Pycelle, and a Western Fiefdoms. Is that the Frey Lordling? Not sure. And on the other side we got the Hound, the God's Eye, and a Iron Throne. Yes, it's a Frey Lordling, 3 cost, military power, 2 strength. House Frey, Lord traded. Reaction after you initiate a challenge, Frey Lordling gets +1 strength until the end of the phase.
Are you running Mars?
I think Brett on the right here is fearing a march to the wall, thinking Hound's going to go away. I mean, the Frey Lordling or the Red Cloaks on the other side, they're pretty expendable. But looks like no. We have a Noble Cause into a first snow winner. Doesn't mean he's not running March to the Wall. Just means he felt the Hound wasn't worth it. But I may have taken that bait. Worst case, a Ferris Riddle into your March. You know, you lose 2 chuds, but the Hound's still gone. So it looks like a first snow was triggered there at the start of draw, but it should be after challenges start there. So it sounds like Brett won initiative there, 5-0. Has chosen the Lannister player to go first. Looks like that's thrown Garret off a little bit there. He's collecting his gold and drawing his cards backwards order. He's accidentally doing first snow wrong. So Brett's already turning the gears here, putting the pressure on Garret. Now does he bother putting out a Lord or Lady by themselves on the board? That is risky. And we'll see. He's knelt to Western Fiefdoms there. Sounds like a 7-coster's coming here. It's Cersei. But looks like only 1 gold saved right there, so no Burnmen coming in for protection. Oh, he's going to spend a gold. And we get a bodyguard on Cersei. So at least she shouldn't be killed, but she could get hit by a march here. We'll see. But at least Garret will have a handful of characters. Well, at least the option to have characters. He's got 6 reserve. And the Hound gets a dupe. So he's not going to go back to hand here. He's actually going to save himself, most likely, and stay in play. And we have an underground vault for some economy happening there. It's going to get 2 gold since there is 5 gold showing on the opponent's plot there.
Is a dupe going to prevent the back to hand? Not that I doubt you, but just let me make sure. And I mean no offense whatsoever.
So it sounds like Garret is unsure here about the Hound being able to save himself from going back to hand from first snow. He's going to check with our beautiful judge, Alex Hines, here.
So he can discard.
You can discard the duplicate to keep the Hound on the plate. Yep.
Okay, I just wanted to confirm.
Yep. So discarding a duplicate can save from any remove from play effect. So that could be returning to the top of his deck, returning to his hand, going to the discard pile, remove from the game, whatever it is. Okay? Yeah. Good.
I'm heavily inebriated at this point, so any stupid questions I ask.
Sound like Garrett's is enjoying himself here at Canadian Nationals. Having a few drinks during the tournament, I guess. Oh, man. Only in Canada. Not really, though, but... All right, so they all the first snow goes off there. Hound loses a dupe. Cersei's left alone with a bodyguard. And 4 gold saved on the Night's Watch side. Is that 4 gold there just for a Hound bounce? Play him back out, do a couple challenges with him. You can't kill Cersei. She can come back at you with 2 challenges. One of them attack in the hand, which could grab the Hound. And she's going to get some power out of that, but I mean, you're not worried about that if you're playing March to the Wall here.
I'll do an intrigue.
Oh, sorry, Lannister player's going first here. We got the intrigue, of course. 5 strength. Cersei not kneeling. Makes sense. Unopposed. Sorry, Hound's nice and safe in play for this one. And a Mutiny at Craster's Keep grabbed on the intrigue challenge. She has a great intrigue hit. Cersei gets power off of her ability. Probably no point in coming in on the power challenge. He's not going to get to his 3 challenges for Lord of the Crossing this phase. I don't think. He's got no money left. He's only got Cersei out there. She can do 2, which is great in a crossing deck. Makes sense. Have characters like her and Jaime Lannister who you can get a couple challenges out of. But
Power 6.
and he's going to come in on the power challenge here. 6 strength with Cersei. And that just goes unopposed. Gets another power. Over to the Night's Watch player here with the Hound. And he's going to come in on a power challenge. Stealing a power right back here. That goes unopposed, so get some claim. Hound's Force reaction, of course, needs to be done there. Yep, goes back to hand. 4 gold. Hound is back. Surprise, surprise. Coming in on the military challenge. That'll go unopposed. Hound, obviously, Force reaction. Cersei, I'm sure, is going to save herself with a bodyguard. Makes sense. And looks like Brett is set up for a beautiful March to the Wall play here to get rid of Cersei. And dominance will go to Brett, having the Iron Throne out in play there. And having that +2 reserve there from that Iron Throne and the God's Eye on a first snow turn is very helpful, I'm sure. Brett is under his reserve. He is good. But is the Lannister player. He may have to chuck a few cards here. It sounds like he's not happy about that. And it looks like a Shadow Black Lane is discarded there for taxation. And that Frey Lordling. And Pycelle. Is that enough? And one more. Ouch. 4 cards. And the Red Cloak. So basically all those characters that went back to hand on the first snow are now in the discard pile. So heavy valued first snow there. So we are in round 5 here. I posted another game from the round 5 earlier. So if you haven't checked it out, I got 2 games going up each round. Have the Swiss coming up next, actually. And 2 more games from the Swiss, and then we go to the top cut. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you subscribe, support the channel, hit the like button. And, of course, March to the Wall into Heads on Spikes here. Heads on Spikes looking to grab that Hound and send him to the dead pile. Or any other good character, I'm sure. And March Cersei to the discard pile, of course. So we grab on the Heads on Spikes here. And I forget what that one is, but Now My Watch Begins, I think, is what it was. Yes, and Now My Watch Begins was discarded there. That is the reaction after a character with print cost 5 or lower is placed in an opponent's discard pile. Put that character into play under your control. And I just remembered that Brett on the right there, the Night's Watch Lion player, was nice enough to send me his deck list to help me commentate this. And I was a dummy and forgot to get that ready before the match. So trying to find it here. But that would help me out with the commentary, I'm sure. But we'll see what he gets going here. So we have a red Cloaks Marshal here on the Lannister side. Since the Lannister player is going first, it looks like Brett won initiative there. Chose him to go first. So we have 2 red cloaks and a gold saved on the Lannister side. And now we have a Night's Watch player, Brett, here, digging through his opponent's discard pile with a bunch of money. What's he going to steal here? What's he going to steal and put into play?
Okay. We'll spend 3. Actually, let me make sure I do this right. I'll have 5 gold going in. Spend 3. For Yorn. And I will take the Frey Lordling.
So he's going to steal the Frey Lordling here with Yorin.
Sit on 4.
All right, I found his deck list. Here we go. Well, we do know he plays March the Wall now after I was guessing if he played it, but I would have known, yes. He's got some Famine in there for some chokes. Got Valor, Annals of Castle Black, and Wheels Within Wheels. So we already seen a couple of those Night's Watch events that he's looking to play back out of his discard pile, so I'm sure he's not too upset about them hitting the discard pile. Now that we know he's playing Annals of Castle Black. And quite heavy on the events. 3 meager contributions, 2 Night Gathers, 3 Guarding the Realm, 3 Dornishman's Wife, 3 Mutiny at Crasher's Keep, 3 Iron Bank will have its due, and 3 Now My Watch Begins. So Podrick making a save here on the Frey Lordling. So an interesting characters I noticed in this deck is 3 gold cloaks. And we've seen he's played Podrick there. He's got Ari in there also, and the Hound, and Burnman. So lots of surprise antics. I like that, keeping your opponent, guessing there. So that military challenge there, not doing anything. And a 2 strength intrigue coming in here from the Red Cloaks. And no defenders on the intrigue challenge. Garret still unable to get to that 3rd crossing challenge to get a bonus off his agenda. And Benjamin Stark, one copy in the deck here, gets discarded out of hand into the discard pile, obviously. Now over to the Nice Watch player Brett for his challenges. We got an intrigue coming in with Yorin, 2 strength. No defenders. And he's plucking, oh, Widow's Wail. And now a power challenge with Podrick for 1. And the Frey Lordling gets triggered again there twice, so he's now 4 strength. And now he's 5 strength. Coming in on military. And killing a Red Cloaks, of course. And now, just like that, Night's Watch player's up to 9 power now after dominance. 2 power on the Lancer side.
How many cards in hand?
Yeah, that first snow into March. That's definitely not great for a crossing deck to run into that hard. That's too bad. Can he recover his board here?
Good choice. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2.
And we have another heads on spikes on the Lannister side into Wheels Within Wheels.
Who's going first? I'll take first.
And Lannister player is going first. And he's asked about which plot goes off first. It does kind of matter. I mean, obviously you want heads on spikes hitting before events go into hand. And he gets a white tree. And now Wheels Within Wheels. So we know he's playing Annals of Castle Black, so this is a chance for him to seed the discard pile even more. He can choose as many as he wants or as little as he wants. Reveal them. Put 1 back to hand. Put the rest in his discard. Shuffle all the other cards not chosen back into the deck.
Cards in hand.
So you can choose just 1. Reveal that and put it in your hand. Even if you have more events. It's your choice how many you want to actually reveal. Looks like Brett's slimming down to his options here. Putting the cards back on the deck that he plans on shuffling back in. Looks like he drew into a lot of events. And he's choosing 4. Dornishman. He's actually going to put the meager contribution in hand. He's got an Iron Bank, has its due. And I didn't catch the last one there, but it's a Night's Watch event. And just like that, look at that discard pile. Nice and seated there with at least 5 or 6 events already.
Nope, I'm sorry. I'll put those back. I need a shuffle.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And Brett just realized all those cards he put on top, he did not shuffle back into his deck. And he just drew into them and realized.
So you gave me first, yeah.
So Garret, the Lannister player's first here. He's going to do his marshalling. He's chose himself to go first. Meager contribution is going to steal the gold, of course.
Take 1.
Assuming no hands judgment.
When you collect income, I'll snatch 1.
So,
Which is a gross event to have in the discard pile for a Annals of Castle Black turn. Oh, man.
intrigue for 2.
So Garrett's got 4 gold to work with here in a Western Fiefdoms. He's got to build up a board, and he's not going to be able to do it with 4 gold, and I don't think. We saw him chuck so many of those cheaper characters into the discard pile after that first snow in the taxation round there. And I think maybe some of those characters could have been useful right now to help him at least get the characters out on the board to do his 3 challenges if he wants. He gets a great haul out there. And we have Tyrion.
Go ahead and gain 1, 2, 3, 4 from the block, 1 from Rose. Do the vault for 2 more.
And he gets 2 from the vault because Heads on Spikes is 4. And getting a 1 bump there off the Rose Road at the top.
Spend 1. Turning grounds.
So he plays a Turning Grounds here. They reduce the cost of the first event he plays after kneeling it, or the next event, I guess, after kneeling it. And the Hound is back. Still got 4 gold to play with, but he could save it just to try to get the Hound back into play.
Turning grounds.
And he gets the Turning Grounds knelt there to play Dornishman's Wife.
So there's 3 little conditions there, but the one that meets is that you have more cards in hand.
So yeah, he has more power, he has more characters on the board, but he has less cards in hand. So he'll gain a power for that. And now it's in the discard pile for that Annals of Castle Black turn if we get that far. He's sitting at 10 power. And he's going to steal a character here. 3 or less character. Cost 3 or less from the discard pile, I believe there. And that is Guarding the Realm. And Grandmaster Pycelle is now in play on the opposing side of the board.
Yeah.
I'll spend 2.
Debating spending 2 gold here.
No.
And he's going to save it.
Let's see, you're going first? I'll spend it.
He's actually going to spend it here, realizing his opponent's going first to play Eastwatch by the Sea.
So after dominance phase begins, if I have a higher reserve value, I get to draw a card. Got 1 card in hand.
This is not looking good for Garret, the Lannister player here.
Intrigue 4.
4 strength intrigue coming in here. Remember, reduced from crossing. 1 strength on each character.
I'll stealth Pycelle.
And Pycelle gets stealth.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So Yoren can block the unopposed.
I'll oppose it.
He forgot to trigger Tyrion there. Oh, looks like he's remembering now to get the 2 gold.
Take him with gold. Go for it. So oppose there.
Okay.
You got it.
So I have a reaction.
1 gold spent.
A 1 for Tyrion's Chain.
And Tyrion's Chain. So he's going to trigger
Proc,
Heads on Spikes again. I'm sure he wished that Cersei stuck around to be benefiting off this, but I don't think the Tyrion's Chain was that great, unless you're just trying to send a character to the dead pile. But he's going to intrigue anyway. I don't think that Tyrion's Chain was the best play there. But at least he has that in his discard pile if he's playing Annals of Castle Black, or is assuming his opponent is. And now we have an unopposed intrigue coming on the other side from Pycelle, getting Podrick. And he'll draw a card off Insight, getting 1 for unopposed. Tyrion's trigger forgotten there again. Well, he remembered it the first time, but a little late, but Garret forgot it again there. And now we got a military here with the Frey Lordling. 4 strength since he's triggering that Lordling's ability there at the start of each challenge. And a power from the Hound for 6. And on opposing claim, force reaction should send him back to hand. He has 1 power away, which he'll get in dominance. So I think that's the game, folks. And it looks like it. Garret shakes hands, and that's it. And so congrats to Brett there. That was, wow. First snow, getting all those weenies back to hand, putting them in the discard, seeding future discard stealing shenanigans. That's a deck firing on all cylinders there, that's for sure. Thanks to both players for playing on camera there. Thanks to Brett for sending me his deck list. Thanks to all you for watching this video. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, slap that like button, and leave comments below. Feel free to share these videos on social media, help spread the word, and you can also support the channel by donating any amount, even $1, on patreon.com/RobsGamingTable. All the support helps, guys. Just being here watching is awesome. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks a lot.